Good morning. Today is Friday, the 22nd of February, 2013. Here's the news in Panama for today. The Minister of the Presidency, Romulo Rox, has resigned. He's quitting his job in order to run in the primary elections for the Cambio Democrático Party. Today is the end of the period of time in which any potential candidates can sign up to be a candidate for those primary elections. President Martinelli has said that anybody who's in his staff or on his cabinet or whatever, if they want to run for that to be president, they got to resign. So he quit this morning, and then he's going to submit his nomination this afternoon at 4:45 or whatever, 15 minutes before the end of the period. And the rumor has it is that he is the one who has the backing of the president, so he has the best chance of being the party's nomination. So anyway, the political season now is going to heat up for the Cambio Democrático as they decide who their candidate is going to be. Coming up in the month of March, starting on the 14th of March through the 24th for 10 days, will be the International Fair in David. They announced today that the president of Costa Rica, Chinchilla, and Ricardo Martinelli will be inaugurating that fair on the first day when it kicks off. So if you're up around David or if you're up in that area, you might want to go see the fair. The National Assembly passed a law this week increasing the tax on hard liquor. Doesn't increase the tax on beer, just on liquor. And, there's all kinds of stuff talking about how it was designed specifically to take a few notches out of Varela, the vice president. They own the company that makes Seco. And there's people saying, well, the president should veto it. Well, it's been passed by the Assembly, so now Martinelli just needs to sign it, and it goes into law. And I suspect he probably will sign it. Okay, on Monday, school starts. Okay, here's the traffic police are saying they've got a plan. Well, it ain't going to work. Every year on Monday, on this date, this Monday that's coming up, it is a cluster because it's a tradition in the Panamanian culture for parents to bring their kids in their car to the school on the first day of school to introduce the kid to the school. A lot of times they'll change from one school to another during the school year. Most of the schools are private. So it's to take the kid to the school, show them this is your teacher, this is your school, this is your principal, and get them, and this is the guy who's driving your bus, and you're going to get on that bus, and he knows where you live and all that stuff to get the kids oriented. So that first Monday morning on the first day of school is always a cluster. Okay, so if you have to do anything on Monday morning, be prepared. Give yourself twice as much time because everybody's running around and they got to drop Junior off at school. Then they got to go to work and then the stress levels get high and then there's an accident and it's a cluster. So just be prepared for that. In addition to that, this weekend, starting today over the weekend, everybody's out there buying paper and books and glue and shoes and uniforms and everything they need for Junior to go to friggin' school on Monday. So that's what my wife is doing right now. She's buying school supplies for my daughter who starts first grade on Monday. So just be advised, any place that sells paper or pencils or scissors or shoes or school uniforms or any place like that is going to be pretty busy this weekend. Okay? How we doing? We're plenty of time. I'm flying through this stuff today. Mariano Rivera, international headline. Mo pitched in a practice. 25 pitches in a practice. Way to go, Mo. He hurt his knee last year in May, and he only played in 9 games last year for the Yankees. We're talking about Mariano Rivera, Panamanian closer for the New York Yankees, best closer in history of baseball. Mo is back. He's coming off of his surgery last year in June, and it looks like he's going to be a force to be reckoned with once again for the Yankees this season. Good for Mo. Okay, in the Siglo, the Tourism Authority has confirmed that they paid $250,000 to the company Showpro for the concert this was the whole thing about that guy Don Omar that was supposed to play, but then he canceled, and at the last minute they hired these other guys. And anyway, they just confirmed that the government has paid the company $250,000, and then the company paid the performers and the producers and all that. I believe in the end of the day, the company actually took a hit on this because they had somebody canceled at the last minute. They had to hire a replacement. Well, whatever. That little scandal is slowly dying off. Okay, here in Mi Diario, there was a guy who, back in 2008 in San Miguelito, went into one of these little corner stores, shot and killed the Chino guy who's the owner and his pregnant wife. Got caught, got condemned. He was sentenced to 30 years in prison. He managed to escape in April of 2012. He's been out on the streets for almost a year. They caught him, and he's back in prison. So that guy's back in prison. And then yesterday, Panama has been going crazy because the American actor The Rock is running around Panama, and they are recording his reality TV show called The Hero. They were up on the top of a building down in Calle 50 a couple days ago. Yesterday they were out on the causeway. They're running around Panama City. Then everywhere this guy goes, there's an entourage of people with cameras that are following him around and watching what it is that they're doing to the best that they can. So you might catch a glimpse of The Rock somewhere in Panama City. Okay, so that's it for the news. Today's Friday. On Wednesday, I was up at that. There was a meeting of the beach community having to do with safety and security. We had some representatives there from the National Police, and they answered some questions and took some criticism and listened to the community, and the community had a chance to express themselves to a certain extent. Yesterday was my birthday, so I kind of took half of a day off, sort of, more or less. I worked out of my house, so that was the little bit of a dip there. That's why I didn't do a video the last couple days. And let me see, what else? Next week on Wednesday, the 27th, they're going to be doing the Playa Community Beach Mixer, and on the road going up to El Valle. I think that's set for 11 o'clock in the morning on next Wednesday, and I'm going to be at that. So feel free to come out for that, and if you come, I'll see you there. I think that is pretty much it for a Friday. If I don't do something tomorrow, I probably will, but in case I don't, have a good weekend. And as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Ciao.